Good afternoon, I'm Alan Unell, and this series of videos is Healthcare Advocacy, where we address problems in the healthcare system and then try to take actions to make a better system for all of us. Today we're going to talk about the medicine and the internet. But before we do, let me point out that down below in the YouTube description box is a link to the Healthcare Advocacy newsletter that is the text for today's video. It has all the background material and references, news articles, actions, lots of contact information for medical things, like if you have a denied claim or you need to know where to get an abortion. Anyway, all that stuff is in there. So let's talk about the internet and medicine. More than 23 million low-income households in the U.S., urban, suburban, rural, tribal, are enrolled in a federal discount program that Congress created in 2021 to bridge the nation's digital connectivity gap. It's called the Affordable Connectivity Program. The program has provided $30 monthly subsidies for internet bills, or about $75 discounts in tribal and high-cost areas. But the program is expected to run out of money in April or May of this year, 2024, according to the Federal Communications Commission. In January, FCC Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel, I hope I pronounced that right, asked Congress to allocate $6 billion to keep the program running to the end of 2024. In December, federal regulators surveyed the program recipients, and they found that 22% reported no internet service before the program, so that's good, and 72% said they had used their subsidized internet to schedule or attend healthcare appointments. So that's pretty good. Estimates of how many low-income U.S. households qualify for the program vary, but experts agree that only about half of the roughly 50 million eligible households have signed on. Lack of access will take a toll on healthcare. Let's ask Congress to pony up the money to keep the discounts in place so telehealth and access to healthcare is available. Here's the action. You can call or email your member of Congress and senators and remind them that affordable internet access enables education, remote work, and most importantly, telehealth. Ask them to make available the $6 billion needed to keep the program running through 2024. Contact information, either email or phone, is down below in the reference section, or you can use ResistBot on your cell phone by texting SIGN, S-I-G-N, space, P-D-F as in Frank, R, Z as in zebra, M as in Mary, PDFRZM to 50409, and here's the email you'll send. I'm your constituent, and I want you to know that the Affordable Connectivity Program helps provide internet access to low-income Americans. Internet access helps students further their education, supports remote employment, and makes telehealth available. 72% of the people on the program use it for healthcare and telehealth. The ACP is short $6 billion to the end of 2024. Please make those funds available to help bridge the digital divide in our country. That's it. You know what? Let's talk about some medical news now. Let's talk about a transplant from a pig. I don't know if you recall, but the first patient to receive a kidney transplant, this was about a week or so ago, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, he received a kidney transplant from a genetically modified pig. This person has fared so well, they're discharged from the hospital just 2 weeks after the surgery. The transplant and its encouraging outcome represent a remarkable moment in medicine, scientists say, possibly heralding an era of cross-species organ transplantation. You know, it's a good thing because so many people need the transplants and the organs are so hard to come by. Anyway, the story was in the New York Times, and there's a link to the New York Times article. Let's talk about some updates in Alzheimer's. I found this one pretty encouraging. Scientists may be a step closer to a new treatment for Alzheimer's disease with the help of our brain's own cellular cleanup crew. Alzheimer's affects about 5.8 million Americans, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. In a new study published in the journal Science one more time, Science Translational Medicine, and there's a link to it. Researchers from Washington University in St. Louis used mice and human brain tissue to investigate how microglia, I hope I said that right, are controlled at the cellular level, and how this control changes during Alzheimer's. To confirm whether this had anything to do with the buildup of abnormal proteins in the patient's brains, the researchers demonstrated that expressing the human LILRB4 off switch in genetically engineered mice disrupted the activity of the mice's cellular cleanup crews, allowing abnormal proteins to build up in the mice brains. However, when they blocked the molecular off switch, the activity in the mice's microglia was restored, and the level of abnormal proteins in the brain decreased. So this is like an on-off switch for what's putting the, I think they're called amyloid proteins, in the brain that disrupt cognitive function. It turns out that this on-off switch, this was matched to cognitive behavior. Mice, when the cognitive behavior improved, when the switch was in the right position, they were able to execute tasks in a maze, and they were not able to do it when the proteins were in place. Okay, so what do you say? More study is needed. This is so preliminary, but it is so encouraging. Watch this space. All right, that's what I have for you today. Down below, you can like, share, subscribe, send in comments, ask for research. You can also send me a note at healthcareadvocacy1@gmail.com. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you later.